This is Mark Bell from supertraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. Got a question from a guy that's a longtime listener of the Power Project, well, at least for as long as it's been around. A guy named Steve Mann. Steve Mann just recently did the USAPL national meet and squatted 837, benched around 630, 640 range, and then also, I'm kind of watching his video right now, pretty impressive lifts here, and then he ends up pulling a 655 deadlift at the end. The deadlift is a weak point for him, and so he and I have been working together on that. He's been sending me videos and try to work on his form, try to get his back a little flatter, a little straighter before he gets into his pull. He tends to be a little bit rounded over, at the bottom of his at the bottom of his deadlift, so we're trying to just get him to straighten out a little bit. Kind of a shorter guy, kind of built, looks like he's a little bit more built for squatting than he is deadlifting, so it creates some issues. But he's still able to bench with those stubby little arms, but makes the deadlift a little bit more difficult. Also in the squat, he had a question about why do I recommend trying to keep the feet forward? I actually don't really recommend trying to keep the feet completely straight. I just like to say straight-ish. Everybody is a little different. I've had to play with it a lot in my gym with different lifters. People that can externally rotate really hardcore and get their knee way out, they tend to kind of just prefer to have their toes pointed out a little bit further than others. But on that same token, people that have their knees come in, it's a great problem solver to have them just take that foot and turn the foot in a little bit. That'll help to just put the knee in a lot better position for when they go to do their squat. Here's Steve doing a pull. It's a 644. Good strong pull. I think that was 644. Maybe this is 644. Here's his last attempt, 655. His form looks pretty good to me. He was able to win the USAPL Nationals, which is a pretty big deal. He just looked a little awkward at the bottom of that lift, and I think if he works on some ultra-wide stance deadlifts, maybe about once every third week instead of a speed pull, or instead of a heavy pull even, and also if he started to hit up some stiff leg, sumo stiff leg deadlifts would really help with that. Also, really help him with that start off the floor. I'm watching his video here towards the end. He just thanked his wife and 4 kids. 4 kids. That's some pretty good lifting for having 4 kids. So congratulations. The person who from the last cliffhanger that we did, the person that told me, the person that gave me that quote, who kicked that wisdom to me, was my pops. A lot of you guys got that right. He said part of knowing who you are is knowing who you are not, and I think that's a great quote. A little homework for you guys, something for you to do, is what are 2 things that I always recommend on the deadlift? 2 things I recommend that you should be doing when you go to do a deadlift, technique-wise. 2 things. That's your homework, and that's it from supertraining.tv. I'm heading out to Santa Cruz for vacation. Later.